Hey everybody, what's up? Lex here, back with another figure review. This time it's an Elite figure. It's Paige Series 34 Elite with the Divas and NXT Women's Championship. So this is my first Elite figure coming back. This is a first in the line for Paige, so very cool that they put both belts in with this figure. In fact, that was probably one of the main selling points for myself. I actually thought about picking this up a while back, didn't pull the trigger because I wasn't collecting figures back then, but this is one of the first figures I came back to when I decided to collect again, so let's open it up and see if this figure was worth it. Before we do that, let's take a look at the box real quick. First we have first in the line, Paige, Elite. There's a picture of Paige. Also it says includes NXT Women's Championship and the WWE Divas Championship there on the right. We have Paige's name on the side as well as a picture on the very side of the box and the WWE logo at the top. And taking a look at the top of the back, we have WWE Elite Collection at the right, a big picture of Paige on the left in her purple attire. Paige Raw 2014 ring attire, career highlights NXT Women's Champion, WWE Divas Champion from Norwich, England. Signature move, Paige Turner, Rampage, says Divas there on the right. WWE debut 2014, height 5'8", and then it shows the other figures in Elite Series 34, including John Cena, Rusev, Hulk Hogan, Wade Barrett, Bad News Barrett, and one I want a lot, Doink the Clown. Alright, so this Paige is interesting, that's for sure. If we look at the purple in the attire, it seems a little bit light. It should be a little bit darker from most of what I have seen. Also, the material is shiny in the picture, the actual picture of Paige, and it's not here, which is a bit disappointing because this is an Elite figure, but it's not a deal breaker. Other things I do not like about this figure is that the left arm seems to be sticking out quite a bit, even more so. I think every figure's left arm seems to stick out quite a bit, but this one seems to be sticking out even more than the Charlotte and the Bayley that I reviewed, and I'm not sure what to attribute that to. Also, the left leg is a little weird because it seems like it's a little bowed in. I don't know if that's from the packaging or what, but it was a little difficult to stand Paige up here. The hair is fantastic. It goes down the front, does not go down the back at all. The belt is actually molded on instead of painted on, which is a nice touch and things that you can expect when you get an Elite figure. The big draw about this figure is that it comes with the two belts. So the Divas belt and the NXT Women's Championship, I think the NXT Women's Championship is honestly the biggest draw out of all this for me. You can get the Divas Championship with other figures. That's not so much a problem. I'm glad that they packaged both belts with this figure. And the tough thing about women's figures being Elite is that they're essentially the same thing as the basic figures. There's not a whole lot different. The only real difference with this figure is the molded belt, and not, instead of it being painted on. But other than that, there's not really much different. With that being said, they have the paint on the nails on the left hand there for Paige. Honestly, if you can pick this one up for $20 or so, it's worth it for the belts. Let's get into the articulation, then I'll wrap my thoughts up here. Of course, with most figures you have the head articulation, but the articulation on this figure is not very good because of the hair. You can barely move the head at all. You have arms outwards, upwards. You have swivel at the wrists and bend at the elbow. You have the upper torso articulation. You have swivel at the waist. You have the hip thigh movement. You also have bending at the knee, and these are removable knee pads. You have swivel at the shin and bend at the ankle. Now, what's cool about the bottom of this figure is that you have a sock-like texture, and also at the bottom of the boots, it's a different color. So again, these are the smaller details that you'll get with Elite figures. Also, on the head, you actually have the piercings of Paige, and this likeness to me is spot on. One of the best likenesses I've ever seen in a figure. Is absolutely fantastic. Again, I would have liked to have seen the attire be shiny, but I'm glad they did mold on the belt because of these little metal ridges there that would be on the real life belt. Is just an awesome addition. The left arm sticking out is a little weird and can probably hinder maybe some stop motions if you're into that. But the two belts that it comes with are awesome. The NXT Championship is fantastic. Highly recommend picking this figure up for that reason mainly. But out of all the figures I've reviewed so far, I'd say that this one probably has the most faults that I can find with it. So do pick it up at your own risk, because those things are going to annoy you if those things really do annoy you. So I paid about $29 for this figure on Amazon.com. That's a little steep, I think, for this figure. The belts are awesome. It's a pretty good figure. The likeness is fantastic. The molded belt is nice, but there are problems with some of the articulation. And not only that, but again, my attire, I would have liked to have seen it be shiny. But all in all, nitpicks. This is a pretty good figure, and I don't think that you'll be wasting your money with this one. Try to find it for $20 or around there, though. $30 may be a bit steep for you. Alright, that's going to do it for another edition of Lex's Figure Reviews. Like this video if you want to see more and more and more figure reviews. I've got more on the way, so keep it locked. Subscribe if you want to get these in your feed on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, see you later.